Okay, so looks like we are going for this. Here we go. So on the side of AP, we've got 3 DDs, Ragnar, Yu Yang, Vampire, along with the 4 cruiser setup of triple Moskva and an Henri, and then a Conqueror and a Yamato. And it looks like we're running similar camos for most of them. On the side of KSC, we're also seeing triple DD, Marceau, Daring, Gearing, along with a little bit more variety. Double Moskva, Worcester, Des Moines, and then a Kremlin and an Ohio. So interesting thing here as I look at the side of AP is I'm seeing a lot of desire to burn ships down and win the DD fight. Yu Yang's probably going to be smoking up Moskva's into position is my expectation. Then you have a Ragnar and a Vampire to combo Radar, Hydro, etc. to smash enemy DDs, plus the 3 Moskva radars, and then the Henri and the Conqueror HE spam from distance. On the side of KSC, I do like this Worcester pick here. I think they're going to shove the Worcester as I'm watching it. The Worcester's going to go over to C, and Worcester is getting, I'm not sure what his range is, unfortunately, but I expect to see that the Worcester's going to be used to just kite at range, smash down the Yamatos, the Moskvas that show up over there. Anyway, let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. So, Daring of Aussie Zeus is pushing into B immediately. We're seeing Serpent Lord in the Marceau taking the Moskva, Kremlin, and another Moskva to A, and then the Gearing, Des Moines, Worcester, and Ohio heading over to C. At B, it's the Yu Yang pushing in. A little bit different than what I expected. Usually you see Yu Yangs being used to get that smoke and push ships into position, but it looks like they're going to use the Yu Yang to just send B, so this is making me think, is that a Radar Yu Yang there to be able to try to find out the Daring? We'll see. Vampire, Ragnar, Moskva, Yamato, and Henri all heading over to C. It looks like Jason, though, in that Moskva is going to set himself up either to go into B or C, depending on where he's needed, and then just the Conqueror and the Moskva over to A. This is a very unique setup coming out here from AP that I'm honestly surprised. Not seeing a single DD at A for them is very interesting, and this is going to give KSC the early advantage, because KSC is going to be able to push in and take A for no contest with a Marceau. Nothing's going to be there in time to spot it. Daring and Yu Yang of AP and KSC are pushing into B at the same time. I expect Yu Yang to have to break first contact because of the fact that the Daring's going to have the ability to out DPM and such, but we've also got this interesting wave of torps from the Vampire coming into anything sitting on that island or at the edge, so we're gonna have to watch these. Interesting lone torp there, we'll see, but we got the 4 torps here all on the line, kind of going towards where the Daring is. It's a good time for them. Over here at C, we're seeing the Gearing doing the smoke up. He's getting the Worcester and Des Moines in close. So the advantage of this play is with the Worcester and Des Moines in close, you can take advantage of shoving them behind those higher islands using the lob shells that the American line has and just causing chaos while you can't be hit. Henri is starting to take damage. Des Moines of Man with an RX-7 is doing work. And as I said, Aussie Zeus has been spotted. Oh, and he takes a big chunk. He's down to 16k and he's healing, but here come the shots. Moskva shooting him from one side, Henri shooting him from the other. 18k in healing, but he has to break contact and get out of there. He does fortunately dodge the torps. As we said earlier, Serpent Lord has managed to take A uncontested, and he's also going to push up and realize there's nothing there right now. So they're going to have the advantage. Now, Moskva's positioning is going to be nice because he's going to be able to sit at that edge of this island here, fire into A, and try to block them from getting around. So we'll have to see how they try to deny it. But we're seeing the Worcester and the Des Moines using that smoke line to just start spamming. And as you see, here's the Worcester. So the Worcester, I do believe, just based on range, is probably running a range mod. Shots are out, but they miss because you can maneuver so well there. Moskva's taking a little bit of damage. There's the shots coming in. Henri of Woshi at 46k. Shots out, but he's not taking much right now, and we'll have to see. This Gearing of Floops doesn't realize how much danger he's in yet. KSC will definitely know that something's up with the fact that there's no DD at A and the Marceau hasn't been spotted. But do they realize that there's 2 DDs at C, or do they think that they're sitting the second one at B? We'll have to keep an eye out here and see what happens with that. Woshi does take a little bit more damage. He's down to 42k as we go. And A is just taking up points. 60,000 points and a 5,000 health lead for the side of KSC in game number 1. Shots out at the Moskva. Only a little bit of damage onto the Moskva from the Kremlin. Oh, and the gearing has been spotted, and the gearing gets good damage onto that vampire, or that might have been the Worcester Des Moines, to get him down 6k, but he takes it back for 6k himself, and with that, remember, gearing doesn't get a heal, so gearing's out of luck there. Now we got the Moskva of Shishiro Botan pushing up the edge. Ohio of Danny Love's trying to hit the shots on him. He's going to miss the first shots. And the Des Moines of RX7 is getting smashed. It's breaking out into all-out fight here, ladies and gentlemen. Shots in on the Des Moines, and he's gone. The Moskva of Jason 199506 takes him out. And first blood goes to the side of AP. And that was a massive play for them, as well as an extremely quick death. That Des Moines did not have time to trade much damage back because he just got burned down as soon as he was seen, in a beautiful example of focus fire there. Game's still anyone's though. Remember, right now the only one taking up points is KSC, and yes, you're down a ship and 50,000 health, but if you've watched them play, or even just KOTS in general, you know that it's not over yet. Danny Loves now is taking fire from the Henri, and we're seeing the Vampire 2 do what I was talking about with smoke. He's smoking the Henri in, and now that they think they can push that side, and they've got 5 over there and pushing, they're trying to force them out. The Henri's spamming the HE onto Danny Loves to get him burning down. Yamato and everyone else is trying to get shots out on him. Conquer of Catigrades putting the shots out as well, and we're going to see Danny Loves having to just retreat right now for safety. KSC is trying to regroup, so they're going to use the smoke of the gearing to get the Worcester as far away from C as possible and stay undetected, and then regroup, because they still have the advantage over here on A. And with this Kremlin locked in here on this position, this can be a bit of a problem for KSC. Moskva of Euro CV is starting to push out there. He's going to see that Kremlin at some point and have shots. Dastart's got to move if he wants to stay alive. Shots out onto the Yamato of Christopher Ailson, and he is burning right now. And once again, Worcester taking advantage. I do like that Worcester pick for that. Uh-oh, this could be big shots. Here come the shots. Oh, and it's 20,000 health off the Yamato. Yamato's still burning, and he's still getting spammed by the Worcester. Shots back out in retrade onto the Ohio. Is he going to get the Ohio? Let's see. Here come the shots. 69,000 before the shots hit. And 12k, so doesn't hit quite as much as he takes. So still good return fire from the Yamato, but that 22,000 lost in the fires, never a good feeling. Moskva of Shishiro's trying to duck, but these shots look good. Shots are down, only 5k. Zooming back out to a bit of a more wide space, now we're seeing that the cap situation is 2-1. Daring of Aussie Zeus did manage to sneak in and take B while we're fighting, but we're starting to see the push from AP over to A. So 2 caps to one side, and a 100-point odd lead for the side of KSC. Still down a ship and 60,000 health. And we're starting to see this map kind of split in half. So you have 4 ships over here for KSC trying to halt the push, and big hits onto the Henri there, but trying to halt the push from C. Meanwhile, we're seeing the Yu Yang of Polsky and Catigrades Conqueror pushing into A. And this is going to be interesting to see what happens. The Daring of Aussie Zeus is going to come in. That's going to be a knife fight. However, advantage goes to the side of AP because they have more ships there, and the Conqueror's HE will smack Aussie Zeus if they're not careful. Shots still out on Danny Love. He's down to 42k. More shots coming in. He's trying to just get back and get dark. I Am Coop starts to open up again. Smoke cloud is dissipating, so AP will not be able to take advantage of that. And with a Ragnar there, that Henri is going to be the target. Shots are out onto the Henri, only down to 28k from the Kremlin, but he's getting burned down. Oh, and here comes the Moskva coming in. Moskva shots are down. They're going to miss because the Henri is going to turn out. 25k, he's putting in a little bit of... No, he's not healing, pardon me. He is burning 23k and dropping. They're trying to get him out, but Danny's Love is taking damage as well. 32k, 27k. Desperately, if you're the side of KSC, you want to get Danny's Love out of there safe, and you want to finish off that Henri before he can pull anything out of his playbook, out of his tricks. Vampire takes a few shots, nothing big. 9k on Woshi. Danny's Love is down to 17k. Also, we're seeing action starting to happen over at the side of A. A has been capped by the Yu Yang, so it's 2 caps to 1 in the favor of AP. Still down 90 points, but that's going to change. Health lead is at about 60 to 70k for the side of AP, so they're winning. Danny's Love at 9,500. Henri of Woshi is there. Oh, and Danny Loves goes down to the Yamato of Christopher Ailson. So that's a 2-ship lead for the side of AP. And at this point, you're desperately trying to finish off that Henri to at least challenge it out. And looks like the Henri goes down. There goes the Henri. So kill traded back. That'll help prevent the push a little bit. But now the Marceau is being farmed by the Ragnar and the Vampire. Fortunately, French Saturation will help limit that damage a bit. But he's still going to have to run and try to get out of there. He is dark, but they're doing some really nice blind fire on him. Meanwhile, look at this penning in going on by AP. Look at this line. They've cupped all of the ships of KSC into about a third of the map, and they have no access to any of the caps right now. B is still ticking for them, but that's about to change as the Moskva and Yu Yang come in, and KSC needs to break out of this trap if they want to have any chance to win game one. Moskva shots out on Hitaki Hiyoshi. He's given a bit of a broadside, and ooh, 18k off of him. And AP is just not letting up the pressure. Yamato shots out and Moskva shots out again on Hitaki. Hitaki down to 10k, 6k. Hitaki's trying to heal through it, but now the Vampire and the Moskva are opening up on him. 8100 and healing. We'll have to watch. Here come more shots from the Moskva. Yamato's going to put shots in here again in a second, and I think that's going to be it for Hitaki. Oh, broadside shots, and there's the shots out from Shishiro Botan, and he gets him first. 3 ships to 1 lead for the side of AP, and they are coming out and making a statement to start the day. Now, AP Euro CV has been chunked down to 30k. He's lost 40,000 health, and the Moscow Shadow Wolffish is trying to finish him off along with spotting him for the Daring so that the Daring can shoot over the island. But if you're the side of KSC, you're running out of opportunity fast. You're now down by over 100 points. You have no caps ticking for you, and it's about to be all 3 caps in the favor of AP. So you've got to break out. We're starting to see it here. The Gearing and Marceau are trying to work together to push up on that Ragnar. Ragnar's at 9,600. It's not a lot of health for the man, and the Vampire's at 14k. So they're trying to push up, get close, challenge back in onto C as the Wooster pushes in slowly behind them. Over at A, Kremlin of Dastard is going to take a torp. He's only down to 45k, but now he's caught between a rock and a hard place, literally. Moskva, Yamato sailing at him, Yu Yang dropping torps, and if he backs up, he has a Conqueror and a Moskva that he has to fight. 732 points for the side of AP. It's not looking good if you're a KSC fan for game 1. You need this play over here to work, and we're seeing the knife fight start. Marceau of Serpent Lord opening up on Quincy. Quincy down to 3,900. Marceau at 5,800. It's going to be tight here. Who's going to get the kill? 3,300 on the Marceau. Ragnar is healing back up to 3,900, 4,600. Marceau down to 1,700. Shots are out. Can they trade? We'll see. 5,800 on the Ragnar. That heal, and Marceau is dead. Marceau goes down to Shishiro Botan. 4-1. Almost a 400 point lead. 130,000 health, and all 3 caps in the favor of AP. Think this one's over, ladies and gentlemen. Think this one's over. Gearing is smoking up Wooster so the Wooster can try to farm down Christopher Ailson. If they get Christopher Ailson down, that is a big force multiplier off the field. But once again, look at Dastard. Here comes the torps from the Yu Yang. He's got the torps lining up on where the Kremlin is. Remember, we talked about the Kremlin not having many places to go. Yamato looks like he's going to take 2 torps here. We'll see. He's at 30k. 1 torp down to 16k. Second torp hits the torpedo belt, and he's down to 9k. But he DCPs, and so now can the Wooster finish him off. Daring also ducks out. Kremlin of Dastards trying to get the finish right here. And his shots only get the Yamato down to 5,700. Gearing of Floops has been spotted. He's getting opened up on. Yamato is healing and backing away. And here come the torps on Dastard. And Dastard takes 1. He takes 2. He's dead. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner in game 1 with a statement victory is the side of AP.